Hey, Cub fans. Thanks for joining us here on Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs. And we're going to talk Cubs Central Division rival Cincinnati Reds. Let's find out what the Reds have in store for us for 2014. They had a good season last year. They finished 82 and 80. They were in the hunt really down the stretch. They were formidable, and of course couldn't quite get over the hump. But let's take a look at what they've got in 2024. According to their depth chart, they've got 26-year-old Spencer Steer as their first baseman. And Spencer was a rookie last year, had a really good rookie season. In fact, he finished sixth in the Rookie of the Year voting. He hit 271 with a 356 on base and a 464 slug for an 820 OPS. That's pretty good. 23 home runs, 86 RBIs. That's a lot of production out of a rookie. So right-handed Spencer Steer. And he played all over the diamond, too. In his rookie year, he DH'd 6 times. He played 73 games at first base, so he played first base the most. But he played 47 games at third, played 48 games in left field, 16 games at second base, and 3 in right. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with Spencer Steer. Was his rookie year, a prediction of things to come? Will he have a sophomore slump? But that's a pretty good rookie season. And I think with the addition of Jeimer Candelario, they're probably thinking Spencer Steer at first base full time. But I don't know. Another thing that confuses me is they also have Spencer listed as their first-string left fielder. So Spencer Steer, we'll have to see where he plays. But he's going to hit, and we need to pay attention to that. At second base, they've got 27-year-old Jonathan India. And Jonathan, good player. I believe he was Rookie of the Year a few years back. So he'll be 27 years old this coming season. Last year, he hit 244 with a 338 on base and a 407 slug, 746 OPS. He hit 17 home runs, had 61 RBIs. Played most of his games, played 104 games at second base, DH 15. So Jonathan India, really good young player, just kind of he's 27 years old, sort of entering his prime. So he's probably going to be a production guy at second base. At third base, they've signed Jeimer Candelario to that 3-year contract. Jeimer's 30 years old now this season. Last year, he played 99 games for the Nationals before we got him in the late summer. Played 41 games with us. During that period of time, 251 average, 336 on base with a 471 slug, 807 OPS, decent. 22 home runs, good. 70 RBIs, productive. And with the Cubs, he played 21 games at first base and only 19 at third. So I was kind of wondering if the Reds were thinking about him for first base. Maybe they end up doing that. Spencer Steer might have a lot to do with that. So to me, it'll be interesting to see Spencer Steer and Jeimer Candelario if they end up switching at some point. At shortstop, they've got this young Ellie De La Cruz, 22 years old, and just a physical anomaly to me. And when I saw him last year, and you see this guy and the talent that is obvious, it's kind of scary. So he finished 7th in the Rookie of the Year voting last year. I'll run through his numbers. He hit 235, 300 on base with a 410 slug, 710 OPS. Good numbers for a rookie number. Hit 13 home runs. That's good production. 44 RBIs, and he stole 35 bases. Played 69 games at shortstop and 32 at third base. I think there's still a question about his shortstop full-time role, maybe at third base possibility, because he made 13 errors at shortstop in just 591 innings last year. So if that continues, that might necessitate a move to third base for him. In comparison, Dansby played about twice that many errors and made less errors at shortstop. Dansby played 1,280 innings at short, made 11 errors. So we'll have to see what Ellie De La Cruz ends up doing as he progresses through 2024. In left field, they've got Spencer Steer listed, so we'll have to wait and see what they do. In center field, they've got 28-year-old TJ Friedl. And Friedl had a good year. He finished 23rd in the MVP voting last year. Had a good year. Spencer Steer and TJ Friedel really came on for them. He hit 279 with a 352 on base, 467 slug with an 819 OPS. Had 18 home runs, 66 RBIs, and he played in 126 games in center field. So it looks like he's their full-time center fielder. In right field, they've got a 25-year-old Will Benson, left-handed hitter. He hit 275 last year with a 365 on base, just under 500 slug at 498 with an 863 OPS. So he's got some pop. 11 home runs, 31 RBIs, and he played 46 games in left field, 54 games in right, and 4 in center. So it looks like they've got him sort of earmarked for that right field spot. Left-handed hitting 25-year-old Will Benson. The DH, they've got another young guy, 24-year-old Christian Encarnacion Strand. Hits right-handed. In 63 games, he had 222 ABs. He hit 270 with a 328 on base, 477 slug, over 8 OPS at 805, 13 home runs, 37 RBIs. He played first base in 35 games and DH 24. So they're looking to get Christian Encarnacion Strand some at bats. He also played 3 games at third base. Catching, they've got 27-year-old Tyler Stevenson. He caught 92 games last year, hit 243, 317 on base with a 378 slug, 696 OPS. So that's what the Reds look like sort of across the diamond. Let's go to the rotation. Who we got here? At first glance, what I see is youth. There's a lot of young pitchers in this rotation. I'm talking 2-3 year veteran is high. There's a lot of young guys. So at the top, their ace is 24-year-old Hunter Green, 6'5" righty. This will be his third year. In 2023, he started 22 games, ate up 112 innings, ERA of 4.82, 152 strikeouts. So he's a strikeout guy. It's 12.2 strikeouts per 9, 3.9 walks per 9, and a 1.42 whip. So Hunter Green, 24-year-old ace for the Reds. The second spot is 26-year-old Nick Lodolo, 6'6" lefty. This will be his third year. Last year, he started just 7 games, only pitched 34 1/3 innings, ERA 6.29. Strikeout guy, 12.3 strikeouts per 9, and pretty good command, 2.6 walks per 9. So when you look at his ERA, it's inflated, but he's only pitched 34 1/3 innings, but it looks like he's got command and strikes guys out. So Nick Lodolo in that 2 spot of the rotation. In the 3 spot, they've got another 26-year-old, another third-year guy. Top 3 guys, this is their third year overall, each of them. Graham Ashcraft, right-hand pitcher. Last year in 26 games, all starts, he pitched 145 2/3 innings, 4.76 ERA, 1.37 whip. In the 4th spot, another young guy, 24-year-old Andrew Abbott, lefty. This is his second year. Last year, he made 21 starts, pitched 109 1/3 innings, good ERA at 3.87, and another strikeout guy, right at 10 strikeouts per 9, young Andrew Abbott. In the 5th spot, 26-year-old Brandon Williamson, another 6'6" lefty, second year. Last year, he made 23 starts for a 4.46 ERA, ate up 117 innings, 1.282 whip. That rotation is going to be interesting, right? I mean, you look at it and you're, well, not a lot of experience, not a lot of real predictability, talent, I'm sure, but that's 5 guys that, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years experience total. That's interesting rotation to me. So we'll see what happens. Let's go to the pen. As closer, they've got 27-year-old Alexis Diaz, right-handed pitcher. He's only in his third year. Last year in 71 games, he had 37 saves, ERA 3.07, good whip at 1.188, and 11.5 strikeouts per nine, and he was an all-star in 2023. So Alexis Diaz is back as the closer for the Reds. Setup spot, 30-year-old Lucas Sims, right-hand pitcher. Last year in 67 games, he had 3 saves through 61 innings, 3.10 ERA, 1.18 whip, 10.6 strikeouts per nine, walked a few, 5.8 base on balls per nine. That's Lucas Sims. In the third spot, they've got 33-year-old Buck Farmer. He's a righty. Last year threw in 71 games, ate up 75 innings, pitched to a 4.20 ERA, good whip 1.16, and 8.4 strikeouts per nine. Fourth spot, 30-year-old Ian Jabot, right-handed pitcher, 74 games last year, 75 2/3 innings, 3.33 ERA, 1.28 whip, 8.2 strikeouts per nine. Decent. Fifth spot, 33-year-old Nick Martinez, righty, spent last year with the Padres. In 63 games with the Padres, he ate up 110 1/3 innings, ERA 3.43, 1.26 whip, 8.6 strikeouts per nine, and 3.3 walks per nine. Pretty good. Their sixth guy, Emilio Pagan, 33-year-old righty. He was with the Twins last year. With the Twins, pitched in 66 games, 69 1/3 innings, sub-3 ERA, 2.99, sub-1 whip, .952, 8.4 strikeouts per nine, 2.7 walks per nine. That looks like a pretty good sixth guy coming out of the pen. Emilio Pagan, 33-year-old. So they got some youth. They got most of their experience is in the pen. It's going to be interesting. That's an interesting staff right there. Everybody's got good numbers. ERAs are where they should be. A lot of strikeouts per nine, and but young, yeah. You look at names that you just don't really pop out. So sort of an unknown. When I was doing that, when I was looking at it, I had to go back because I'm like, was this the guy? No, it wasn't the guy. They're all brand new to me. I really learned a lot on this Reds team. Because when I thought Reds, Votto's gone, so that's weird, isn't it? Votto's not at first base with the Reds. I mean, that's been 18 years of Votto. So that's the Reds for 2024. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back very soon with another one. So thanks for joining us here at Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs, and we'll see you next time. Go Cubs, go.